Welcome to my channel, ketomealsandrecipes.com. As I mentioned in a couple of my previous videos, I'm still on the keto diet because I'm a diet-controlled diabetic, thanks to keto. But I have also found we as a family who like to eat together, we need to have more protein and a bit less fat in our diet. That's to maintain our figures and good health. I'm posting this particular recipe because I think you will really enjoy it. And that's because it pleases everybody's palate, whether you're on a standard diet, a keto diet, low carb or gluten-free, and especially if you're on a carnivore diet. So it's a meal that everyone can enjoy regardless of the diet because it tastes really good. So today I'm going to be demonstrating and also explaining how I make my Italian carnivore chicken cutlets. And if you're wondering, I only use carnivore ingredients in this recipe. If you want to support my channel, please watch all the way to the end of the video, give it a like, share, and check out the end cards, which I've specifically chosen if you like this recipe. For your information, each Italian chicken cutlet has a macronutrient ratio of 0.9 to 1, with 1.8 grams of total and net carbs because there's no fiber in this recipe. But each cutlet has an amazing 55 grams of protein. Before starting a recipe, I like to get organized and do all of my prep. Begin by lining a baking sheet with parchment, then generously greasing the parchment with either bacon fat, lard, or tallow. Next, you can either use pork or chicken rinds. I have made a video for the chicken rinds. The link will be in the description box. So you put these chicken rinds into your food processor and grind to a rough, crumbly, or a coarse breadcrumb texture. Next, get all of your other ingredients and get 3 deep bowls. For the first bowl, or first dipping station, add the egg white powder and the protein isolate powder. Stir very well into a homogeneous mixture. I like to make an extra coating, both this protein mixture and then my crumble mixture. But because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need, I'm going to remove some of it and add it back as I need it. And if there's any left over that hasn't been contaminated, I can freeze and store for next time. In a second bowl, add the eggs, whisk, and then also add a bit of water to loosen the eggs. Whisk to a smooth velvety consistency. In the third bowl, add your pork or chicken rinds and the grated Parmesan. Then stir or toss to make a homogeneous mixture. Also for this mixture, remove about half and set it aside. You can add this back as you need it. Next, I like to rinse and pat dry my chicken breasts. To butterfly, I cut the chicken breasts through the middle, but not all the way through. Season both sides of your butterflied chicken breast with salt and also with Italian seasoning. To do the breading for each of the butterflied pieces that we've just seasoned, pick up one of your chicken breasts. First dip and thoroughly coat the surface with the protein powder mixture. And please make sure that every bit of the chicken surface is well coated. Give it a little shake to get any excess powder off. Then transfer the protein coated chicken to the egg bowl. Dip this chicken breast in the egg mixture, first on one side and also the other side. And again, make sure that the entire portion of the chicken is coated with the egg wash. Then to complete the coating, place the chicken breast into the bowl with either your pork or chicken rind and Parmesan mixture and coat both sides very, very well. Make sure there's no meat showing through. And that's all there is to coating the chicken. Then just repeat until all of your chicken breast is well breaded. Also remember, you also have to preheat your oven or air fryer to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. As I bread each of my chicken breasts, I place them on the parchment-lined baking sheet, and when they're all done, I put them in the middle position of my preheated oven and set the timer for 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes, I pull the tray out of the oven or air fryer, rotate the pan. Using my pastry brush, I brush the surface of the breading with the rest of my fat. Then push the tray back into the oven and set the timer for another 10 to 15 minutes. You want to keep baking until the internal temperature is 165 Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. When I'm making a meal such as these cutlets, I like to make extra for prep ahead. I take the extra pieces of my prepared chicken cutlets, put them into a freezer-safe bag or container, label and date the container, and put it in my freezer. These cutlets can be stored in the freezer for several months. The interior of my cutlets is at the right temperature, but I want to crisp up my breading. So what I'm going to do is turn the setting for my oven or air fryer to broil and let it broil for 3 to 5 minutes. But while this is happening, stay nearby because you want to keep an eye on what's happening. You don't want to burn the surface. You just want the color to be a nice honey gold. My cutlets are now nice and crispy and done to perfection. So I'm going to transfer these cutlets from this baking sheet to a serving tray. I'm also going to take a lemon and cut it into thin wedges and place these wedges between the cutlets. That's how they would serve it in Italy. That's because when you serve a cutlet, they squeeze the lemon on top of the cutlets. Of course, this is optional and you don't have to do it, but I really like the lemon on my cutlets. I think it tastes more authentically Italian that way. And that's all there is to this amazing, really good recipe. So I hope you give it a try. And if you do, or have any questions, or just want to tell me where you're watching this from, leave me a comment in the description box. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video all the way to the end. This supports my channel, and I really truly appreciate your time. Please come back next Thursday morning when I post my next video. In the meanwhile, I hope you have a very happy and healthy day.